said, I don't know if it's democracy, because I'm not sure we have democracy, we could argue about that, but someone said democracy is the worst form of government except for all the others. So, you know, if you have a better world that you can invent, all power to you. In the meantime, the rest of us have to get along and deal with this one. So I think the main thing that the black Muslims help promote, and I think it's still useful ideology, is small business ownership within the so-called Afro-American world. I hate that name, ghetto, such a stupid word, or hood or whatever. All these things are racially motivated words. Environment is, to me, a fair word to use. People live in neighborhoods, after all. The more people that strike out on their own, and the more those businesses are supported by people within the neighborhood, the more the whole neighborhood flourishes. And there are small business loans and things. So I think that's what the Black Muslim movement, that idea was not uniquely theirs, but something that they promoted strongly. And I think that's to their credit, actually. And I think the only evil that you can blame society at this time, not the whole, go back to the whole history. Well, the Native Americans have a bigger gripe than anyone else because they were actually wiped out. So if you want to do history, they're the ones with the biggest complaint, it seems to me. Other complaints are large, but not as large as theirs might be. And we'll see Black Elk is not a completely bitter person. He doesn't sound like James Baldwin. He's very good-natured and extremely humorous. He has a sense of humor about the world that he lives in. He's not happy about what has occurred, but he's not as bitter as James Baldwin sounds on the surface, and certainly what we got in the movie. And I don't think Spike Lee has any complaint whatsoever, since he's done nothing but succeed. So I don't see what he's complaining about. I'm sure he's more successful than I am. I mean, if I were to measure myself by him, I'd say, well, I should be the one complaining. But in any case, I'm not to complain about it, neither does he. Everyone can achieve what they want as long as they work hard and have talent. But anyway, if you take the, you know, the Native American experience, it seems to me that they have a lot to complain about. In any event, going to meet the men. I started off on that subject. Going to meet the men, if you're a family member or father or whoever you are, or a mother or even a brother or a sister, the biggest thing you have to tell your younger brothers or sisters or your offspring is how to go and meet the man, whatever race you are. Now, I admit it's probably easier for someone of an Anglo background probably than someone else in the world that James Baldwin was talking about. But that's not a pleasant experience for anyone to go out and actually sustain themselves in a modern industrial environment. It's just not pleasant. It's just not fun. It's more fun to have someone else take care of you. And certainly not fun in a capitalistic world where you have to compete and sell your services. So it's ugly, and in his environment, as far as he was concerned, it was much uglier. But if you had, oh, I know what I'm trying to say. The biggest complaint I think that anyone in these neighborhoods has is that policing was done by by police people who were not from the neighborhood themselves. To my mind, that is the key to fairness, that the police forces cannot be imported from outside. And I know I'm not a big social reformer, but if you could zero in on the biggest issue, it seems to me that the police, bureaucracy, whatever it is, has to be enlisted from the environment itself. It cannot be from people outside who make their living off that environment, because that becomes a colonial situation. That to me is the fairest complaint anyone can have in these matters. Police people who make a good salary, firemen who make a good salary, should be from the neighborhood that they represent. And if that were true, I don't think there'd be any real complaints in terms of the opportunities people have. But unfortunately,